Okay, so basically, I'm a freak and I feel like somebody's gonna stalk me while I sleep, so I did this. Not knowing that behind it, okay, this is what it looks like normally. Okay, very beautiful, right? Very beautiful. But if you want just a smidge bit more privacy, you act like a normal person and you pull the curtains behind the sheer curtain and then no one can see you. You don't have to pin these up just 'cause they won't move. Yeah, Jasmine, you don't gotta do that. So hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another story time. And this one I think is just really funny because it's like, it could have been preventable in a way, but also I am not assuming full responsibility because you'll find out why. So part of it's on me and part of it is on the people that put this sign where they put this sign. This is the story time of the time I got my car towed on campus. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun story. I feel like this could be back a little bit. I feel like I'm not like centered. There it is. Hello. Okay. So to start off this story, I was messaging this guy. Full disclaimer, yes, I have a crush on this guy. This is why I wanted to go hang out with this group of people. I'm not even gonna lie. I could sit here and say, I'm just friends with this guy and like, I just wanted to go out drinking and just hang out. No, I had a crush on him. That's why I wanted to go. It's kind of obvious, but anyway. So, I text him, I see if he wants to like go get drinks sometime. He says, we're going out now, you can come with us and if you want. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Whole time I'm sitting in my mom's living room, I'm like, should I go? Should I not go? I'm nervous. Should I just stay home? But you should go because you asked if you could go and that was gonna be a whole thing and you should just go. So finally I get ready and I go. And so I'm kind of driving around for a little bit looking for a parking space because they're drinking on campus for a guy that I went to high school with. His birthday, his 21st birthday. Happy birthday again. I'm just keeping, I don't know, should I put names in or should I not put names in? I'm just going to not put names in. I'm going to let people guess. So happy birthday again. I'm glad I could go out with you guys for your birthday. But yeah, so I'm driving to campus. I'm trying to drive around by like Five Guys and the Taco Bell and where else. And there's no parking space. I'm driving around it, I'm driving around it, I'm driving around it. And then there's like cops in the parking lot, so I'm like, I don't really want to be in this parking lot anymore. I drove behind where all these businesses are, because how convenient, there's a parking lot, right? And I don't see any signs pointed towards the road to let people know that you can't park here. And then so I go in and ooh, perfect parking spot right here for me. So I park my car again. No sign, no visible sign where the people park to let them know that they can't park here, right? So I get out of my car, I lock my car, and I start walking towards these businesses. And again, no sign on the back of the building to let anybody know that they can't park here, because that'd just be too convenient. I'm pretty sure the Snapchat said that they were going to where else, so I'm waiting in line for where else, and it is a huge ass line. I'm waiting in it for at least 15 minutes, I feel like. And so I'm waiting. Finally, it's my turn to go into the door. At this point in time, I had renewed my license, so the hard copy had not came in. I only had a paper copy. I didn't know that some businesses won't let you in with only a paper copy. They want the actual ID. So I waited in this line for nothing. Nothing! Because they didn't want to let me in. Turns out, the guys weren't even there. And so at this point, I'm like, you know what, bro? I gotta pee so bad. I'm about to piss my pants. And none of the businesses on top of the hill are open. No. Jasmine has to walk all the way down the hill and in front of the movie theater. It's a long walk to get to this gas station. It's a Speedway. So finally I get there. I go to the bathroom and I start walking up the hill. The whole time I'm jamming to music, just singing, so all the college kids are looking at me like, who the fuck is this weirdo? And I'm like, it's a beautiful morning. And like some Katy Perry, some Adele, like just a little bit of everything. So I'm walking back up the hill and I don't know why this sticks out to me so bad, but I was listening to a Michael Jackson song. I think it was like when he was with the Jacksons, like when he was little. And I'm like singing to it and I'm starting to dance. And then all of a sudden, I see the guy that I have a crush on's best friend. And I'm like, I don't know why I got embarrassed, but I got embarrassed that I was singing. I was like, pause. And then finally the guy that I have a crush on is like, hey. And like their videographer, he's really nice. I like working with him. I think that he's a really good friend. And so I see him and he's like, hey, and they're all saying hey to me at this point. And so finally I find the group. It turns out that they were at some bar that had like a dance floor on the bottom or whatever. So then we go to this bar called State 18 or State 19, something like that. And they do let me in with my paper ID. Thank you guys for not killing my vibe. So we go into this place and me and the videographer go up to the bar, we're getting drinks. He actually bought my drink, which is really nice. Thank you so much. You were so amazing that night. Like, I literally can't thank you enough. And, you know, so we're vibing. I'm like doing the awkward little dance because when I'm around people that I like, I suddenly don't know how to do anything. And I'm just like standing there like, and then I see these like little swing things in the place, and I get my picture taken.
The landslide brought me down.
And so we're having fun, and then all of a sudden, the guys want to leave. So I'm like, okay, well, where we going, guys? And you know where they chose to go next? They chose to go to where else? So I'm waiting in this line. I'm thinking, now they have a group of people, they'll let me in. No, they didn't. But actually, see, the videographer guy is so sweet because he could have just gone in with the guys because they're celebrating, and I was legitimately just gonna wait out there until the guys got done. I had nothing better to do. You know, I left the house. I don't want to go home yet, so I was just gonna wait for them. But he waited outside with me, and we had a really good conversation. I enjoyed that conversation a lot. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I gotta pee again. The only gas station is down this hill. And so he ended up walking with me. We were talking about, like, he was in soccer, so we were talking about that. We were talking about, like, childhood injuries and more good conversation. And then finally we get to this bathroom, you know, we're done. We walk back up the hill. But the guys left us. Yeah, they left us. But we're like, well, we still want to, like, enjoy the night. So we ended up going to Harry's, which was fun. He ran into somebody that he knew, and then we went up to the very top of Harry's, and I was talking about like dance and how like I'm kind of weird, like talking about my mom. I tried to say that I was taller than my mom, and my mom's like 5'11". I'm 5'7", and my mom's like 5'6", so I don't know where I got 5'11". So I'm like embarrassing myself a little bit, but we're both laughing, so it's fine. And then finally, like, they're closing down Harry's, and the employee comes up. He's like, hey, can I have you guys go downstairs? We're trying to shuffle everybody out here. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I work in a restaurant. I get you. You want to go home, too. So we go downstairs. We finish our drinks, and then we leave. And we're walking back to my car, right? And, you know, we finally get back there. And I go up to the parking lot where my car was parked, but there's no car. And I'm like, I'm kind of buzzed at this point. I'm like, there's no way. Like, this is a scene out of a movie. Like, my car's there. I'm just blind. Like, it's just the alcohol. Where's my car? This is funny. This is just all a funny joke. But my car really wasn't there. It really wasn't there. So I'm looking around, and I'm like even telling him, like, there's no sign. I go back behind the dumpsters, like at the back of this parking lot, in the alley where nobody is going. Nobody coming from the street is gonna walk around. Well, now I'm gonna walk around parking lots, but nobody's gonna go, let me go to this very far back corner of this parking lot just to see if there's a sign back here. But I walk over there, and sure enough, my car's been towed because it's a private parking lot. You gotta call this number to be able to get to your car. So we get in his car. I'm playing My Chemical Romance. What was it? It wasn't My Chemical Romance. Yes, it was. I was playing emo music for him because I'm like, such an emo girl. But I'm playing like My Chemical Romance and everything, and when people like my music taste, like it just makes my head go like, ee. And he liked the music that I was playing, so I was like, yes, I'm nailing this, yes. So we go to this tow yard to try and find my car, and I see it, and they don't have it like fenced in. Like there's just a really big truck blocking most of the way, and so I'm like looking at him like, I'm totally gonna drive this out of here if I can. Like if I can get out of not paying and just sneak it out, like that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And you know, he wasn't trying to stop me because like, yeah, we're homies. He's not trying to stop me. And so I'm like walking around, I see my car, I have my keys, they don't have my keys, that's like the zinger. And then this old man comes out of nowhere, not minding his damn business, and you know what he says? He says, oh, you can't drive that, you gotta call the number on the side of the building and talk to them for you to be able to get your car out of there. I was like, oh, thanks sir, have a good night. And he left, and I was like, why couldn't he minded his fucking business? Because now they got a witness, knowing that I was told I'd called the number on the building, when if he would have came up, I might have had a chance to drive it out of there. Or the cameras could have caught my license plate, and I could have gotten more trouble. But fuck that guy. Mind your own fucking business. Calling the place, and then they tell me, what was it? I can't really remember all the details, but it was like $200 cash to get my car, but then we have to wait like 20 minutes for the person to even get to the tow yard. So, and since I didn't have cash on me, the lady said to call when I go to ATM and I get the cash. He takes me to my bank, we get the money, we go back to the tow yard, we call them, hey, I got the money, I'm here, blah, 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 blah. Okay, he'll be there in 20 minutes. So we're waiting, and this is where we were listening to the My Chemical Romance. I'm pretty sure I was showing him some other kind of emo music, but then this is where I play the My Chemical Romance, and he's like vibing with it, so I'm singing, I'm like, yeah, we're vibing, I love this. And then, so finally, the driver, he pulls up. He parked kind of like off to the side. It was kind of weird, and he sat there for a minute, probably to make sure that we were the ones that needed the car. And then finally, you know, we all go in, and he went in with me, and I'm so grateful that he didn't just like leave me like by myself, because some people really would do that. Like they're like, well, I don't really know you, so like, here, I got you here, like, bye. But he was so sweet, stayed with me, you know, we're hanging out. He goes in with me, I give the guy my ID, he scans it, I give him the cash, he moves the truck, we go outside, he moves the truck, I get in my car, I thank him for being so nice and staying with me. And so then I finally drive home, and by this time, we left the bar around 3. So I want to say it was like 4 or 5, somewhere around there. And then, so finally I go home, I lay down, and I'm like, why? Why'd this have to happen to me? I can't afford to give up $200 to a tow company. Are you kidding me? That night was actually so much fun though. Like, I don't regret going out at all. I just wish I would have found a better parking space. And you know what? I wish that people, when it's a private parking lot, would make it a lot more visible that it's a private parking lot instead of setting people up for failure, because you're trying to get people's cars towed so that the tow company can make more money, and that's bullshit. Okay, that's bullshit. If you have a private parking lot, you should have something facing the road so that people don't even go into that parking lot. Or if it's not going to face the road, put it on the buildings that are right here. So if you're getting out of your car and walking this way, you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, hey, I got to move my car. I can't park here. Don't put it in the back of a parking lot, in an alley. Like, that is a jackass move. I should have called and complained, because that's just rude. And like, I could kind of afford the bill. Not really. It took most of the money that I had saved up at that time. But like, what about people that literally don't have that? So what? You just get to keep their car for that long because you're an asshole? People irk me because it's like nobody cares about people anymore. They'll screw you. Yeah, they'll screw you. Because you know what? They're $200 richer now. And that's... I hate people. I hate money. But I can't really complain about people so bad, because yes, there are bad people in this world, but there's also really nice people in this world, because he didn't have to sit and wait with me. He didn't have to take me to the bank. But he helped me out so much that night. So there are still good people in the world. You can't let the bad people of the world change you or change your perspective. You know, if you put good out into the universe will send it back. It might not be right away, and you might have to go through your own trials and tribulations for you to grow, but you will get good back to you, I promise you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you laughed a little bit, because I just thinking about this night, I laughed a little bit. I know I got mad, but it's just kind of like, what? So, yeah, fun times, and I love the guys. I hope we can all hang out again. I was a little awkward at first, but I'm always shy. I'm always so shy when I first hang out with people. Like, once I get comfortable, that's like the true me. I swear. I'm like an introverted extrovert. So I hope me and the guys can hang out again. I think it'd be really fun. But if you enjoyed this story time, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to. I love the people that still just watch my videos. You know, that's still supporting me. So thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you are watching this. And I hope to see you again on my channel soon. Bye, guys. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is a test to see if this angle works. My camera's about to die, so I better hurry up and tell the story.